Hi, everybody. Yo, get, while Latisha and her man, who just came home from prison, are locked up, the only thing that I can think that causes them to continue to go back and forth to jail is they must like the food.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my nieces and nephews, and all of y'all who have been here through the long. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. It's time for Auntie Advice. It's time for Auntie Advice.
Well, hello, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am coming out here with some news that you can use, honey. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You can talk about the most foolish couple on television, wherever it is. But honey, this morning while Auntie was downtown to the job site, Amber, according to Amber, came out. When I say had that video done, shout out to according to Amber because she be on top of this love after lockup stuff. Now, Latisha and Keith of Love After Lockup season forever got arrested today. Downtown early in the morning. What time did Amber say they got arrested? Okay. Child, 10:30. Between 10:30 and 11 o'clock this morning, they locked up. Now, I was like, I know you have got to be lying. But then again, I was like, they have got to like this food. You know, some people are just, in my opinion, they institutionalized. Now, on the last episode, the last season of Love After Lockup, Keith came home. The two of them renewed their vows and all of that kind of stuff. And I guess just going back and forth to jail is just going to be until death do us part. Let me bring up this daggone thing. Let me hold on. I want to shout out my members first. Hey there, Lisa Lynn at 6246. Hey there, Valerie. We can ready to start cooking again. Hey, JW1063. Hello there, sweetie. Hey, JC Walk 2. Hello. Hi, Yolanda Gibson 9807. Who else is out here? Hey, G Debo 3. Hey there, sweetie. Hey. Hey, Tamika Carter. Okay. Yo, let me bring this up. Let me share my screen. This is ridiculous. This is an article that came out today from I guess, the local TV channel. I'm gonna try to bring it up. Okay, hold on. See if I can bring it up. There we go. We got it up. Let's go.
This evening, a Davenport woman previously accused of scamming clients at her financial firm has been charged with drug possession. Latisha Collier was arrested today in Bettendorf along with her husband. She's been charged with drug possession. Her husband is charged with intent to deliver. The two were featured on the TV show Love After Lockup, while her husband Keith Michael Collier was serving a prison sentence for distributing crack cocaine. Collier has a history of criminal charges, including check fraud and stealing a client's identity. She was released from the Scott County Jail this morning. Her husband is still in custody.
Did y'all see that and hear that? Give me a thumbs up if y'all saw and heard that Latisha is sitting up there smiling. She is so accustomed to going to jail and not getting any real prison time that I really believe she thinks this is a joke. This is not a joke. Thank you, Tamika, for giving me that thumbs up. Thank you, BTFU lady, for giving y'all. Thank y'all so much for the thumbs up that y'all heard it. Absolutely, baby, Philly Fox. As I say, foo la la. She had a bond. Okay, so they got locked up according to Amber at 10:30, and according to this article, right? Um, Come to find out, the two of them had weed. And for some people, they'll downplay weed and say, it's legal and recreational, but it ain't legal and recreational everywhere. Let me pull up Iowa because that's where she living at. And maybe if she did not, she wasn't going through all of this stuff, she wouldn't have to keep moving. Because since when she been living in Iowa? Hold on. Is weed legal in Iowa? No. Recreational weed is not legal in Iowa. It remains illegal, and possession of even small amounts is a misdemeanor. However, consumable hemp products such as CBD are legal and can be sold by registered retailers. Iowa has limited what you could have to CBD. It is 100% illegal to have it. And that's why you got to do your homework before you move into a state, especially if you a weed head. Now, I don't know how much they had. I know that she is out on bond. Hold on, let me see what I can hold on. Both were charged with possession of drugs. Latisha had to pay $1,000 bond, which she ended up paying, and she only spent maybe an hour or so in jail. Keith was hit with several felony charges. He was hit with possession of a controlled substance, just like his wife, but then they hit him with two different possession of controlled substance charges. So that means that they found, according to Amber, they found two types of drugs on him. He got a felony drug tax stamp charge. Let's see what that means, y'all. Hold on. Let me look and see what that means. What is a felony drug tax stamp charge? Look, Iowa came right up. So according to an overview on Google, in Iowa, a felony drug tax stamp charge is a separate criminal offense filed against an individual who is classified as a dealer. So if he's classified as a dealer, we need to find out now because we need to go down the rabbit hole. Since they interrupted my Kiki Jones review, we need to go down on a rabbit hole. So this is saying who is classified as a dealer is found in possession of a specific quantity of an illegal drug without having a stamp issued tax stamp permanently affixed to it as required in Iowa Code Chapter 453B. The felony classification, it says, a violation of the drug tax stamp law is typically a Class D felony. A Class D felony is punishable by an indeterminate prison sentence of up to 5 years, as well as fines, which typically range from $1,025 to $10,245. In Iowa, a dealer definition is a person who is considered a dealer and subject to this law if they possess certain minimum quantities of a taxable substance, including 42.5 grams or more of processed marijuana or any substance that's containing it. They have one or more unprocessed marijuana plants. 7 or more grams of other taxable substance like cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamines. 10 or more dosage units or of a substance not sold by weight. The law requires that these individuals who are going to be dealing in illicit drugs to purchase stamps from the Iowa Department of Revenue and affix them to their contraband. The application process for stamp does not require identification to protect against self-incrimination, but failing to have this motherfucking stamp is a crime nonetheless. This charge is in addition to any underlying drug possession or distribution charge. Furthermore, an individual may face a substantial civil penalty up to 100% of the tax owed plus interest, which can result in a significant financial liability even if not convicted of the criminal charge. So this ain't a small thing in Iowa. Iowa said, we ain't got it to do. You going to pay to play. What you saying, boo? Hey, it's Simone. She's looking at it as a joke and isn't considering the consequences with her daughters, her son, her other charges, etc. Based on his charges, could be looking at prison time. And the thing about it, the bad thing about it is we just watch them. Y'all, let me take this down. We just watch them on this season of Love After Lockup fighting for the little boy, saying that he was the best parent to have them as opposed to his daddy having them. Do y'all remember that? Let me take this down because it's falling. Do y'all remember that? He was the best parent, not his daddy, not grandpa, who been in jail and out of jail. Hey, boo. Hey, neighbor. Hey, neighbor. I know y'all probably wonder what is PG. PG is part of the DMV. It is the Maryland side of DC. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I cleared that up since I was saying neighbor. He was just fighting for his son. Won't he? Oh, you did. Oh, hey, GD. We're going to have to get together, y'all. Okay. Thank you, Keisha. I think he finished it. I think he was not out on parole. They just got their son back. So I wonder what the Child Protective Services or whatever he's under is going to say about this and whether or not either him or Latisha will be able to keep this little boy in their house, even if they're in his house. Then there was a rumor out recently. I think according Amber says something about that too, that the mother was going off because allegedly Keith and Latisha didn't pay the boy for being on the show. You saw it, Sugar 48. Sugar 48, where'd you see it so I can bring it up? Did you see it on Instagram? Where'd you see it? Did you see it on TikTok? Let me know so I can bring it up. What is AA? Sugar, what is AA? Oh, according to Amber. Oh, okay. So I just read to y'all what that is. The law, okay, so I gave y'all the dual punishment. Discharge is in addition to any underlying drug possession or distribution charges. Furthermore, an individual may face a substantial civil penalty equal to 100% of the tax owed plus interest, which can result in significant financial liability even if not convicted of the criminal charge. So it looks like any way it goes around, they're going to be paying out their. It says the purpose of this law is primarily a punitive measure that provides an extra charge and penalty for those involved in drug dealing, even though in practice dealers do not purchase stamps. So I want to make sure that I go back, okay, in case somebody asks. Dealer definition: a person is considered a dealer and subject to this law if they possess a certain minimum quantities of a taxable substance, including 42.5 grams or more of processed marijuana, one or more unprocessed marijuana plants, 7 or more grams of other taxable substance like cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamine, and or 10 or more dosage units of a substance not sold by weight. So Keith was charged with possession of a controlled substance and possession of a felony drug tax stamp charge, which means he falls allegedly into one of these categories that I just read as dealer definition. They say he also got a possession with intent to deliver. Okay. They said Alwa don't play. Hold on. So let me bring up their pictures real quick. This is so stupid. Let me show y'all the dumb mug shots. Do I have a mug shot? Now you tell me, why is she smiling? It's because Latisha keeps getting her hand slapped over and over and over again, and she ain't learned nothing. She has not learned one thing, in my opinion. Keith looked like, oh my God, I can go back. Latisha looked like this just another day in the neighborhood. Then she goes on social media and puts this dumb post up. Free my husband and F you cop A police A cowards. So why the cops all of that? Because you didn't get your stamps. You didn't make sure you was paying the taxes. You didn't make sure that whatever you had that exceeded or met the requirements for it to be a crime and a second charge on Keith. Now the cops are dumb and cowards. Well, they wasn't coward or too coward enough to lock you up. And by the way, Latisha, while you and your husband were getting locked up, where were the kids? In school? Because at 10:30 in the morning, I would suppose that your kids are at school, and while they're at school, their parents are getting arrested. And that little girl, although her father did jump out the Jack in the Box, sees Keith as a daddy. That girl, we saw her on the episode boo-hoo crying over this man and her mom and them get married. And found out on television, okay, that he won't even her biological daddy. So I guess they probably was in school learning, and Latisha got out in enough time to go and deliver him some food, maybe for lunch. And why would you have that in the house with kids? And here you'd have made it to television. You'd have made it to the news. And before the woman could even get the interview out, she said, this the one that been accused of this and accused of that and locked up for this and locked up for that. And you think that this is cute and that it's okay because it's just a little bit of weed. Well, it don't seem like it was a little bit of weed to me. Not with the charges that y'all facing. Iowa has already written it down what it is. And so what one person think is something small in one state, it ain't small in another. It's illegal and you locked up. Downtown in my city, black people were getting locked up left and right for just having a joint until it got gentrified and now you can have it for recreational purposes. Stop. Stop. Yes, Janella. Hey, boo. This girl, he is still locked up. Of course, she doesn't have the money to pay for him to get out. The first possession charge that Keith got is a $10,000 cash only bond. The second one is a possession charge of $5,000 cash bond. The two of them allegedly are supposed to be going to court tomorrow. Let me see if I can find that in this article. Hold on. Stupid sow. And the thing about it is, this stuff is piling up on Latisha. So what I could get away with possibly with no charges, no felony charges, no nothing. She can't get away with. Because in this article, it is saying that the prosecutors say she ran a tax prep and bookkeeping business called Boss Tax and Accounting, that she used to access clients' money and personal information. They say her most recent felony charges came in August when prosecutors accused her of stealing another client's identity and using it in a housing scam. She was released but keeps still in jail. Why wouldn't you do your homework if you were, if you like marijuana or whatever, right? I don't know if they had an intent to distribute. I don't know what was going on. But why wouldn't you do your homework before you move into a state if that's how you're gonna rock and lean? You should have at least moved to a state where it was legal. First of all, thank you so much, Boo. Thank you, Ebony. As for in the thing about it is weed smells so bad. I think I did a video before and I was talking about just how bad it stink and how it just be on people clothes just lingering. And you'll be like in a Walmart or something, going to get some, let's say, lipstick. And when they walk past you, that must stink so bad. It is just, it makes me nauseous. I cannot stand the smell of weed. Like it just makes you nauseous. And then it just be on their clothes so strong, like they walking around with it in an incense form. Like it's an incense, and it's just it. That's the I don't know how people smoke that. She, of course, ain't got the $15,000. I'm sure she's going to be trying to, get it down. I think the total is like $1,600 that she's going to have to help out with. So, allegedly, according to other people's complaints and stuff, you better be holding your pocketbook and your ATM card. That's what other people be saying about her. You know what I'm saying? Because they say she be stealing so much and using other people information and all kinds of stuff. So they are gonna go and see the judge tomorrow, and let's see whether or not the judge reduces the bond on it. It's just let me see if I can find what Amber said about the money mother. Hold on, y'all. So Amber says somebody on Love After Lockup Unfiltered shared a few comments from Keith's baby mama. This is according to Amber. She said, and the son that we saw on the show. Amber said that Love After Lockup Unfiltered reported that the baby mama said, this pisses me off. And Tish, I hope you see this girl. Get a real life. And I can't wait till the day you play with my son on any level. I'ma rip another hole in that A and let me get to the bottom of Marie not getting, the son not getting his money for filming, using him for money. So she's trying to make it sound like they paid this son, but it sounds like they paid Latisha and Keith, and they claimed that they was going to pay the son, and they didn't. Thank you, Bookie. They be doing too much. I'm sure that we will get more information as we get more information about, what is going on. I will keep you all abreast of it. Like I said, tonight we were supposed to have been talking about Kiki Jones, but instead we talking about Latisha and Keith getting arrested again. I'm telling you, they have got to love the food downtown to the jail, because I can't see why they keep going back. And it be the stupidest stuff, always trying to get over. In the words of Nene Leak, you never can win when you dirty. Y'all let me know what y'all think downtown in the comments section. Bye, y'all.